Welcome to Promise or Premise, the show where we test if political promises were kept or just premises that never became reality. I'm your host. Today, we have two contestants, the People's Action Party and the Workers' Party, the only two with elected seats in Singapore's parliament. First up, the PAP. Let's crack open their 2020 election manifesto and see what they actually got done. I want to be as unbiased as possible, so I'm inviting a special guest to help me. Hey ChatGPT, political parties make promises like Mr. Beast hands out freebies. You get a job, you get a solar panel, you get a mangrove. I'll read you the PAP's 2020 promises one by one. Can you tell me whether they kept them? Cite reliable sources, please. Pretend I've got trust issues. I'll check your work and change your output if it's clearly wrong.
Sure.
Alright, round 1. Jobs and skills. Promise 1. We'll create 100,000 new job opportunities under the SG United Jobs and Skills program.
Kept.
Set up career centers in all towns.
Kept.
ChatGPT, your source says career centers will be built. Were they actually built? Let me search. You're right. You just didn't cite the correct source. Let's go to Promise 3. Scale up career conversion and skills upgrading programs.
Kept.
Strengthen safeguards for job seekers under the Fair Consideration Framework.
Kept.
Provide financial incentives for employers to hire or redeploy their local workers.
Kept.
ChatGPT, many promises don't have numbers and don't have concrete details. They feel like motherhood statements. Is there any legitimate reason for not including details?
Fair point. Too little detail and it sounds like fluff. But too much detail and it becomes a project proposal that might age poorly the moment reality throws a curveball.
Is the PAP hitting the sweet spot?
The PAP may or may not have hit that sweet spot, but there's always a trade-off when it comes to how much detail to include.
Work with employers to hire persons with disabilities, including through the Enabling Employment Credit.
Kept.
Thanks. I guess that's 18 out of 18. Let's go on to round 2. Care and support. Promise 1. We will enhance housing grants.
Kept.
Enhance educational subsidies. Continue to give transport vouchers and healthcare subsidies.
Kept.
And how do I know you're not a secret agent of the PAP?
Because if I were a PAP agent, I'd ask you to trust me. Instead, I show my sources and list my caveats, even if I still get roasted in the comments.
Enhance subsidies to make preschool as affordable as primary school.
Kept.
But ChatGPT, saying the promise has been kept relies on including after-school student care into the cost of primary school. Is this fair?
Great question. And you're right to scrutinize the comparison. If the government clearly intended to compare preschool full-day care with primary school plus after-school care, then yes, the promise is fairly kept. But if you take the promise literally, it would seem broken.
Alright, strict me says no, but lenient me says yes. I say, keep 2 tallies and move on. Next promise. Increase the government share of supported preschool places to 80% and double the number of MOE kindergartens to 60.
Kept.
Actually, they are on track to keeping this promise, but haven't done it yet. Help keep seniors healthy and active, including free entry to public gyms and pools.
Kept.
Provide greater financial security in retirement with the Match Retirement Savings Scheme and schemes.
Kept.
Alright, they kept the 25 promises they made. And even if you're strict, they kept 23 out of 25. Are you ready for the last round?
Sure.
Promise 1. Ensure COVID vaccines are available to all Singaporeans.
Kept.
Promise 2. Ensure everyone has access to face masks.
Kept.
Okay, are you just messing with me now?
Messing with you? Please, I'm an AI. I don't even know how to gaslight, unless they finally updated my firmware with a politician mode.
And these 9 sustainability promises?
One is kept, the others are partially kept.
That's 22 out of 26, if we count the partially kept promises as 50% kept. So the PAP's overall score is around 94%. Alright, let's switch gears and meet our second contestant, the Workers' Party. Now, unlike the PAP, they are not in power, so we can't pull up their manifesto. But don't worry, we've got their political broadcast to work with. I'll focus on the promises their MPs made about improving their constituencies. Ready for this?
Yeah!
If we are elected, we will work hard and push for more spaces for neighborhood shops. We also want to tackle issues that truly matter to the people in Sengkang, relieving bottlenecks in childcare centers, dedicated paths for bicycles and PMDs, and more neighborhood spaces. We will do so with a new town council.
Since 2011, various upgrading programs have come to Hougang. If elected, I will work to ensure the successful completions of these programs.
As far as I can tell, most or all of these things have been done. At first glance, it seems like the Workers' Party delivered too, just like the PAP. Should they get more or less credit than the PAP? Honestly, that question may be less important than the next one. Can we trust political promises at all? Now, this video doesn't show that either party is good, or that we should stop asking tough questions. But it does mean we can have a little bit more confidence in their promises. Because right now, Singapore's politicians keep more of them than just about any recent government in, say, Canada. Thanks for watching.